Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing today? I see so many people are in the chat today. Hi, Zafira, you were the first one. I also see Diana, Haley Catpaws, our regular, Bruno, who's also our regular. I see Karen, I see Carbon, I see Fam, I see Nanda, our lovely community manager, who's located in Paris. I see Antos, I see Malel. Hello. I see Lipardo. Very nice. Hola, everyone. We're joining from all over. I see Canada. I see Brazil. I see France. So excited to have all of you today with us in this amazing neon face tutorial. And of course, who I am here with our wonderful community manager, Victoria. How are you doing, Victoria?
Hi guys, I'm doing really fine, really well. How are you doing
Oops.
today, Celine?
I am glad that you could be here with us. A lot of people here are here to see you. You're so popular.
I'm excited to see what are the results after this tutorial.
Yeah, I know. And we have a lot of exciting updates in Effect House. I don't know if any of you have seen our Discord page, but we have just recently released a badge program. It's called Bonus Badges, so you can use it on top of your regular badges. And it gives you, there's 5 different levels, and if you receive level 5, you can apply to be an ambassador, which is the top creator program that I'm managing. So welcome, everyone. We are very happy to see you. I hope you guys can apply to be ambassadors. Another perk by joining the system, you will also be able to have a shining gold badge or silver badge on your profile as a profile frame. And if you reach the platinum level, there would be a little words under your profile that says Effect House Top Creator. So who doesn't want that? So everybody who's visiting your channel would be immediately be able to see that you're a top creator. So can't wait to see. If any of you has already reached some of the status, please put in the link below which level you are. I would love to see. I also see some people from, oh, more people from Brazil. Hello from Croatia. Wow, super excited about the badges. Well, I'm glad you guys are excited. Let's move on. So, oh, Victoria, I didn't even allow you to introduce yourself. Victoria, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. So, hi guys, nice to meet you. And I'm really happy to be here again. Thank you, Celine. And I am Vitoria, the community manager for Effect House in the Latin region, Latin America region. And I usually manage Brazil, Argentina, Mexico, and all the countries from the America Latina.
That's amazing. So, how did you get started in AR?
So back in 2020, I just saw the opportunity to start my first FX. I was just scrolling through YouTube and I just saw a tutorial and then I thought I can't live without trying to create my own FX, especially the makeup ones. So I just started this journey in 2020 and I'm going till then.
Wow, that's fantastic. Everybody knows Victoria is very, very artistic, so I am very glad that you tried it. One more question for you. Is there a creator that's been inspiring you lately?
So lately, I have been obsessed with the gaming FX, and there's a creator that I found out really recently, which is Cristiano Bartel, and his handle is just Bartel underline games. So you can guys can just check his profile. He has a lot of gaming ones, just like the parkour game. This one is really good for the ones that like to bet everyone in the scores.
I've actually tried out that game before, like that effect, and it was really good. So, if you haven't and if you don't know already, please go check it out. I've just put the links in our comment section as well. So I will, let's get started with the video tutorial. I'm gonna give you screen sharing.
Okay.
Perfect.
Is it already sharing?
Yep, it's sharing right now.
Okay, guys. So as the last time I thought how to use the Procreate and Photoshop as well. Today we're only going to use the Adobe Photoshop, and I thought it was a good idea to bring something like a pop art makeup using the neon face template. So let's get started to it. Well, first of all, I just let in the description two links that will take you to the face mask template and the other one to the 3D face template. And I recommend you to download both because for me is like when I am creating my own effects, everything that is guiding me is always the best thing ever. So let's just download this one and also in the 3D face, these face assets. I've already downloaded them. So they are in here. I'm gonna open them in the Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop. So I'll just click them and let's see. Here's the base. So every time that I'm using the face template, I love to have an image behind it so it can guide us. In this case, I'll just copy this image. I just press Command A and Command C, and then I will get the face assets, the 3D one. And in this case, we're going to use this face V. Let me see why it's not opening. Oh, okay. So as you can see, if we don't have any image under this one, it will be really hard to create our own layers and all makeup. So I'll just paste the image that I copied behind it. I'll get this show transform controls and I'll just change the size of it so we can match to our UV guiding lines. Here I just changed the layers. So let's make it even better with the sizing. Yeah. Like this is pretty much perfect. And now we can start to work with our shapes and our drawings and everything above the image. One thing that is really important that I am always saying and always telling to my creators is that you always need to create your makeup or anything in separated layers. So I just added a new one. And for this project, we are going to use both both pen and tool brush. So for the bold shapes, I'm going to use the pen, the curvature pen. You can just press the P letter in your keyboard, but first of all, I'm going to make it a little bit transparent, so it will guide us like this. And I'm going back to the new created layer, and I'm going to start to draw let me see, a shape. You need to change in here to shape, and in this case we are going to start with the brows. So let's click in here. You can just start to draw in here. I'm going to follow these shapes, but let's make it a little bit bolder. So as you can see, I'm just drawing here, and now I'll make it bold. Here you can just press like twice and you can make it like in a not a curvature shape. This one I am actually changing the color as well. Let's just duplicate it. Um, let's see. Let me duplicate it in here. And one thing that I'm going to do, let me see because let me close these tabs. Just let me put the right. Let's use the adjustments. Um, Properties. Yeah, it's not actually the properties, but it will work again. After getting the shapes, I'll just transform it to, I'll just rasterize this layer. And with this rasterized one, now we can just change to horizontally. Now that is like this, let's change the other one to rasterize as well. And for the eyebrows, I will merge them, the both layers, and I will press just Command U, and now we can just change the color. As we're doing something like a pop art, I'm going to use some purple one. Let me see. Let's make it really like this. Like this is fine. So this is the really bold eyebrows that we're going to use for this tutorial. And now I'm going to just follow the face curves. Let's use a yellow color. And for this case, we're not using the fill option. Let's do it just with the stroke. Let's already change the color to a yellow one to make it really bright and change the size of it maybe to 8. I think it should be fine. Let's see if it's too strong. Yeah, like this, it should be fine. One thing that is really important, this shape usually comes with a arrowed point corner. So in this case, I'm just changing it to a rounder one, the corners and the caps as well. So as you can see, the shapes get way better as the end of it. One yellow in here. Let's draw the nose as well. I'm gonna just put like a small one. So as you can see, if we don't change the corners, it will look like this. So it is really important to come back, click in the line and caps, change the color. Yeah, way better. Let's make this one a little bit thinner, thicker. And let's draw as well um, in this other side of the face. Just a little bit. I don't really like this shape, but we can just click it twice and change the position of it. Yeah. No. So now we are going to have our cheeks. Oh, just put it, yeah, like this. We're going to have our cheeks a little bit more defined. Yeah, like this. Now for the eyes, I want to do something like a shadow, an eyeshadow, but really blurred. So we are going to use this brush. You can just press the B in your keyboard. And for the eyes, I'm going to use a really bright pink, just like this one. I'm not going to use it. Let me see. I'm not going to use the symmetry option for this time because I want to make it really different from both sides. So for this one, we are going to take it for the last layer options, but let's just do it like this because we're going to add the blur as well. So it doesn't need to be really perfect because now we are going to go just go here in filter, blur option, Gaussian blur, and then you can just play with the options. I would make it like this because when we change it to the effect house and put in the neon template, it will get really bright. I just love this color so much. And actually, I'm going to do the same thing for the other side of the eye, but in the under eyes. In the end, I could have done in the same layer, but let's just do it like this. And now, as we already used the Gaussian blur filter, we can just click in here. It will apply the same thing that we did for the other eyeshadow into this one. So easy like that. And I can merge these layers merge layers, it will make way easier when we change to the effect house. And one thing that I would like to do in here is to add some lashes. Let's make it really dramatic. I'm actually going to use the same purple that I used before. um, I'm just going to draw. Actually, it's really different that I wanted, but we can change the stroke line in here to make it more thicker. And now the corners, don't forget to make it rounder. Let's put a little bit above. And one thing that I will create, I'll just rasterize this one first because it will make easier when we are doing the lashes. But I will just zoom it out, and start to draw really small lashes in here. Actually, we can do it with the brush as it won't look like so perfect because it's really small. Let's make it three is a good size for it. And I'll just open. And I'll just start to draw with the yellow one as well. And done. Let's do really small lashes in here. Um,
The lashes look so cute. I love it.
it is a little bit trembling, but in the end, as I said in the last tutorial, I don't know if you will remember, Celine, but I was always telling, trust the process.
I do remember, and it really worked out. I'm glad I trusted the process.
And yeah, it's pretty nice. What else I'm going to add? I need another shape in here for the nose. Just let me come back. These ones that are the face ones, I'll just rasterize this one as well. So I'll put some nose, some more nose shapes in here. This one's too big. Maybe 25 should be fine. I'll just do the nose bones. It will look fine. And now it's missing the mouth. I was almost forgetting about it.
Also, Haley Catpaw says we should add the Effect House logo here.
Yeah, let's do it for sure. Let's put it maybe like in a face sticker.
That is
Where
so
do you
cute.
suggest, guys?
Yeah, everybody put in the comments where we should put it. Should we put it like under the left eye, or should I put it on the cheeks, or in the middle of your forehead? Please let us know.
For the mouth, I'm going to use the symmetry tool because it makes so much easier. And let's just put um, really hard so it will look better. And as we're using bold shapes, it is alright to use this huge brush because we're just drawing the mouth shape. Well, this one wasn't that perfect. Let's get better. Let's start from the middle, I guess.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I think we have a unanimous decision. I see Hwang Hyun Mi Claire say cheek, Damon also says cheek, Anto says
Quick,
cheek, Haley Kappa says cheek, S says cheek, Safira says cheek. Wow.
it will be. And now I'm just drawing the mouth before finalizing the face makeup, and we are going to add the shapes as well, the logo. Um, just to make it more dramatic, let's just put some more um, details in the mouth. Just a small thing in here. I think it will look nice. It actually giving some Mecca's vibes in the mouth, but it will look fine in the end. I actually got really excited with all the new templates that we got because it only depends on the creativity and the results that you want to achieve. But We have been adding so many new features
Yeah, with the
for the
new
mouse.
2.3.0, we just added five more templates, including rainbow bling. So if you have updated the app, you'll be able to see all of those templates. Maybe at the end, we'll give a little sneak peek.
Oh, who knows? I love this idea. And just another thing, I'm just merging the mouth layers. And one thing that is really important that I didn't start to do in the beginning, but is always interesting, is just to rename all the layers, because when you change it to the effect house, it will be so much easier to assign all the layers to the objects that you want to use. So the eyeshadows, now I'm just finalizing the face mask. I'm just going to add a little bit more, but now I'm not using the curvature tool. Let's just use the normal pen tool. And I'm going to add just more, some bold shapes in here, just a square for this one, a minimalistic square. And that's it. It should be fine for the face. I think it's already giving some cool neon vibes. And as I've already have downloaded the Effect House logo, I just get it. I have the transparent one in here, but we can actually play with the colors. Um, yeah, maybe this is a good tutorial to do with the blink one and the logo. Let's just add a small logo in here and choose a color, Celine, for the logo.
Ooh, oh my gosh, this is such a big task. We don't have green yet, and I feel like a lime neon green would really pop. What do you think?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's true. We are. I'm loving the colors. I love everything that is really bright and just give like happy vibes. Yeah, I like this one. Um, and also one thing that is really, well, every time that you're looking for some pop art makeup, we have a lot of dots usually around the face or the shapes. So let's draw some small drops just to, oh, but let's do it green just to match the Effect House logo, but a lighter green. I think it should be fine. And let's use the symmetry, cause no, not symmetry. Let's just draw some. Yeah, okay, symmetry is fine. Just to make a pattern with dots, so our face it will look even more pop arted. But in that case, we can just adjust it, the opacity in the own software, because now it's looking a little bit messy, but it will look amazing.
Trust the
And
process.
now let's just change the names for everything before change it to Effect House. That's background. The UV one we are not going to use. The woman one we are not going to use as well. So these ones we can just delete. Eyebrows, all the shapes. That is like the contouring face. I can just merge them together, but not the eyelashes one. And here is the eyelashes. Okay. Now a quicker way to just export those layers, instead of saying each one by each, we can just select the layers in here, all the layers. We can go to File, Export, Export Layers to Files, and we are going to have all those layers exported at once. It is like way quicker, and we can just press the PNG 24 in here. Actually, let's just find the right folder for it, and let's put assets. Sometimes it takes a while to just export all in once, but it is usually way quicker than just going to all the layers and saving each one by each. Okay, all the layers were exported successfully. And now let's open Effect House, our amazing program. And this one is actually, I don't know if all of you have already uploaded your software, but now I'm using the 2.3 version, which we added five more templates. And guys, it's looking amazing. You can just use the weekend to try it out because there are so many new features that we can work. And today we're going to use the neon face one.
Victoria, Mike
I
Blackhat
actually,
is saying, "Here I am, present to learn from the best." So you're the best.
oh, thank you guys. I really enjoyed being here with you. And wow, this is something really fun and cool for me. Um, every time that I wanted to do something like a neon face, I was always thinking about, wow, should I be only creating a new color loot? What should I be doing in order to get this neon effect? And in this template, one thing that is really cool is that it comes already with the color loot, so we can just adjust the colors. Actually, here is the effect from the new one, from the neon. But here we have the color loot, and we can just play with it. It is already in the template, so you don't have to worry about knowing how to do color loot or getting this effect because this template gives us pretty much everything. And in case if you want to try it out, we have already um, six different textures that you can just play with it. You can just check. There is a yellow one, this pink one that I love. It's giving like a gaming vibes. But in this case, today we are using our own assets. So just to make it a little bit easier to work, I'm just deleting all the assets that came with the template. And now we are going to add our own assets.
Victoria, do you think you can change the camera to the one person so it's like
Yeah.
bigger on the screen? Thank you.
Yay. Now it's working. Let me put, now we are going to add the assets that we just created. So let's click import from computer. And the other way to do it, like quicker way to do it, is just to select all the assets and just transfer to it. But let me see. One thing that I'm thinking now that I'm looking to the assets, I just need to make sure. Yeah, guys, so maybe there is a mistake with this one because I think the layers they didn't came with the right size. Just let me check. Yeah, it actually didn't came. I don't know why, but in this case, I'm going to have to save all of the layers like separated. I'm sorry, guys. That was a mistake. I don't know why, but it will be quicker. Face eyeliner. I think maybe I just didn't press the right export settings. Um, because just so you know, the way that I exported before, the shapes they came different from the face guiding size. So that's why I'm doing it again. Mouth. Okay, eyeshadow. Almost finishing. Contouring. Eyebrows. It's just some live mistakes. And now the dots. Okay. Now that we are finished in here, let's go back to Effect House. And yeah, now I'm going to import again all the assets. Now they will come right here. In here, just a moment. In Let me check in here. Okay, now that we have all the imported assets in here, let's click the face paint. And this one is the one that came with the template. Now I'm just going to duplicate it. And one thing that we can do it as well to make it easier to understand is just to draw it in here and click in the both shapes.
Victoria, I think you clicked the trim layers while you were exporting layers to files in Photoshop.
Hmm.
So
That's
at
why it didn't came in the right one.
Yeah, but there's a button, and at the end, I will share with you the screenshot, everyone, so you can see which button to unpress.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can just go back there later and you can show me. And now the dots. Here we are creating different materials just to assign to the textures that we are using. So now I'm going to use face eyeliner. There's the mouth as well. Okay, bold shapes. Let's add here bold shape. For the contouring one, we are going to add the contour. The dots, let's just assign with the dots. I know it's getting a little bit crazy to look at me with this pinkish mask, but now we are just going to assign all the layers to the materials. Oh, now it already changed it. Face eyeline, mouth. Oh, now everything is in here. And as we already had this 3D face object that it was already assigned to the other material that we just deleted. Now we are going to duplicate it, the face, the 3D face as well. And we are going to change just the materials in the inspector place. So for the first one, it's using the eyeshadow. For the second one, we are going to use the bold shapes. Da-da-da. Let's duplicate it again and again and again.
This looks so cool.
um, well, you can just duplicate it, but in case you don't want to duplicate it, you can just click in general in here and add a 3D head shape. But now, as it is easier to just duplicate it, let's just duplicate it. Contouring the dots. Ha! For these dots, I will probably make it a little bit less, but it's already looking fun. Now it's missing the mouth and the face eyelines as well. Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
And in case you are wondering how I am duplicating it, I'm just pressing Command D. And now the eyeshadow. Well, it's looking really nice. There's one thing missing. Let's create another material. That is the Effect House logo. Let's create it. Both shapes. Let's put Effect House logo. Um, Maybe I change it. Yeah, let's
Oh
just
my
add the.
gosh.
Ta-da! Wait, it's still not finished, but let's just add the eye lines. And one thing that I was playing before that is actually really important to even um, tell to you is that, for example, in case if we want to add um, the effect house eyelashes that we have in the project, we can just face effects. Oh, wait, face effects. We can put the eyelash effect, right? In this case, when we look, it won't be appearing because it is behind in the render hierarchy, but we can just let me actually change the color as well, because let's put really um, not multiply. um, Let me see if it was in the other way that I was playing. But in this case, we can just change the order in the hierarchy, so we can actually have the eyelashes appearing. And one thing that I was playing in the other time was to maybe playing with add, so it will look whiter, because we are using a neon effect, so we need some white eyelashes.
Victoria,
And
everybody's saying it's looking great. It's so pretty, amazing, the best.
it's cool. Actually, the mouth it is still a little weird, but we can just adjust it while creating. But as it is a neon makeup, it's more like for taking pictures, I would say. And now the thing that I love is to play with the threshold, because I love this kind of lighting colors. We can play with the glowing of it. For example, look at this.
Whoa, that's such a big glow.
Yeah, we have a lot of options to play in here. Let me see the anamorphic radio. But actually, I just like to use with a little small threshold. And if you are really unsure about how to play with these different configurations settings, we can just press the fast mode. It will automatically adjust it for a new neon template. But I like to do it a little bit more dramatic as always. So let's do it like this. But actually the logo is not looking so nice with this. So let's just do it like this.
I feel like we are
And
at a EDM concert.
I would love to go to one. But this is basically how we can create some neon effects. Look at this. This one is a little bit more dramatic but not glowing. And in here we can play with just the filter options, which is like the color loot. If you want it not to be too dark, we can just slow down the intensity like this. This is a little bit more simple, but it's still fun to use. And for the neon, I think this is the pop art effect that I wanted to show you and have fun with it. Like actually we can just add more and more stuff with the face mask and body options. Actually the hierarchy. Let me try something just to finalize this one. Let's try to do a different background using these dots. I think it will look nice. Let's create the segmentation object. Just press the portrait one. And as we had created in the last time, the square dots assets, let's just get it back from the computer because it was saved. Let me see if it's this one. No, the dots. Okay, we can use the dots one. Let me see if it will be with the face shape too much defined. Let's go to background, texture, and I'm going to get the dotted one. But we could have worked better in this dotted. Um, oh, as you can see, it is in here, but it's too dark. Let's maybe lighten it. Mm, yeah, it is a little bit dark yet. But maybe if I make it let me see one thing. That's because we are working with the hierarchy. Let me see if I put in the beginning. Ta-da-da. The color loot is being applied to the background effect, but actually I didn't want it to be applied. Maybe this is something that I could work. Oh yeah, just changing the hierarchy order. It affected the background, but now it took off my makeup.
I think you just have to delete the portrait under the portrait segmentation or just turn it off.
Let me check. And the background one. Let me go back. Come back. Yeah. Let me come back in here. Yeah. Now it worked. It is still not in the back. Because actually it is being applied to the general. But this is something that I can bring in the next tutorial. We can work with the hierarchy and show how to mix different effects in the same effect.
Sounds
And
good. Can I
maybe
just
do you
show
think
other
we could?
people one more thing? I want to introduce
Yeah.
people to interaction. So can you click on maybe 3D face number 2? I have no idea what that is though.
Oh, this one in
Yeah.
here. This one is being applied the culture one. Actually, one thing that is, as I said before, it is really important just to rename all the layers that you're working with, because now we can, like, if I had renamed it before, we could just turn it off some features, some lines that we don't want to use, maybe to make it less dramatic, like this, taking off the eyeshadow. But we in here we can just play with the visibility of the textures that we are using.
Yeah, perfect. So that's what I wanted to talk to
For
people about,
example,
the
this one.
interaction node. So in the right side panel, in the inspector panel, if you go to the very bottom, there's a plus button that says add interactions. So if you're not familiar with
Ah,
visual scripting, there's a lot of preset buttons that we've built out for you, so it is super easy to add. So there's a button called tap screen to toggle visibility. So if you just click that, if you tap the
okay.
screen, it will turn whatever that 3D face in on and off. So let's say for some people you don't want the dots. Then you can
Let
say
me
tap
pick
the
this one.
screen to turn off the dots and then it will automatically turn it on and off. So that is a super way to give users like very some variety. And you didn't even have to know any visual scripting. However, you can
Just
also
let
use
me,
this.
instead of learning how. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, no, no. But you can also use this as a learning resource. So if you want to know how to um, build tap to turn on and off visibility, you can double click on the interaction, which will lead you inside the subgraph, and then they will be able to, you'll be able to see what you can do to manually create that. So that's how you like learn how to do things in the app.
Yeah, so instead of just trying to um, um, instead of spending a lot of time learning how to use the visual scripting or anything, we just added these new interactions that is way easier to understand how to do it, even to learn. I completely agree with you, Celine. Every time that we have these templates, just like I can show you another one just really quickly. But it is the best way to learn. Every time that I'm looking through the templates, I love to go into the visual scripting to understand what is being done in order to change the possibilities. Let me see if this one. Oh, yeah, this one I think I should connect another thing in here as well. Let me see in here. But yeah, all the interactions that we have in here is just like way easier. This one in here as well. Um, yeah, but the other thing that I wanted to show today, like really quick, um, let me save. Always save your project, guys. Don't forget. And this one will be available soon as well. But one thing that, as you were talking about the templates, Celine, and the visual scripting, there is the new Blink template that is completely showing this rainbow Blink one. As you can see, it's pretty much simple, similar to the Blink object that we have. We can just add this Blink object, but with this one, what I would like to just say to you, as Celine talk about the learning through the visual scripting. Here's basically the Blink object that we have in the other versions as well, the filtering as well, which is just like the color loot one, but let's just put like less saturation. But in this case, with this template, we have the visual scripting, which is telling us how to do it. So in the case that I want to do another project that I want to change between the colors, the normal Blink object, it will only give you the the adjustments that we have, just like texture opacity, the colors that we can use. But with this template, we can just learn through the scripting here, because here is saying, just let me zoom it out. So for example, in this template, it is saying here is where you are modifying the brightness value on every frame. Let's just add a little image to show you how this is working. Let's just get the assets, the logo one, and I'll change the blink. Instead of using this sparkle one, let's put the logo.
Effect
The
House
logo, it
Bling.
is in green. Yeah. So the original logo, it is green in this case, but in here the visual scripting is telling us that from each update, every frame from the camera, it is changing between zero point 0.3 to 1. This is the brightness. If we put just like 0 to 0, 0 to 0, you would say that everything is really like fading out. It's not like with brightness, it's not as bright as it should be. But if we change it, it will be changing between those values all the time. And the same thing is happening in here. Instead of using just the color as the inspector give us, if we don't have the scripting here, it will only change between the white one. Wait, because it is still in here. It will only change between the original color and the other color that we are using. Just as it was in green, we are working with the other side of the color of it. But if we have the scripting, as you can see, just let me go back. Now the colors are being changed between the values that we just put in the scripting. So if you want to learn how to use rainbow colors for other effects, it doesn't need to be the rainbow bling one, but you can just learn through this template, because you can see what is going on. it is being updated every frame from the FX being updated. It is telling the script, the node, that it should be changing the color between every frame. Here you can have all the details between the colors, but this is a good way to learn how to do different effects. You don't really need to use the blink for this time, but you can just learn how to use the rainbow ones. And this one I'm totally uploading today because I just love the this cute logo in a rainbow way. One thing that I like to play as well while using the blink one, but this is just like small details that you can work depending on your project. But I love to play with the size randomness and with the intensity. And this is what I wanted to show from the blink rainbow.
Perfect. These are all amazing. The neon one, this one, they're all great, and I can't wait for you to post it so I can try it out. Could you
Yay.
go back to Photoshop
I hope you
so
guys
we can
liked it.
show them the thing?
Yeah, sure. Let me just go back the layers. Okay, let me see. File, export, layered file.
Yeah, here
Ah,
at the
here.
very
Yeah,
end, if you click trim layers, it will make it to the smallest size possible. So if you want to just keep it at this size, please uncheck the trim layers, and you will be able to get it in the size. Thank you, Bruno, for this amazing
yeah,
tip.
that's true.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought no. I said in the last meeting, but I forgot in this one. This is one thing that is always about processes as well. Every time we are doing, even though we learn and we know how to do the things, it's only when we are doing like every day and putting not like putting efforts, but all the things usually appears when we are in the middle of the work, so it's just about process.
Yeah, so many trial and error on the live, but that's what makes it so fun. So, everybody, thank you so much for being here. I hope you learned a lot. I definitely learned a lot, I feel like. So, it was lovely being with you guys today. Do you want to say any last words?
Well, I can't wait to see the effects that are going to be made after this session, and I'm really happy for everyone that is in this live with us. And thank you so much, Celine, for having me
Yeah,
today.
thank you, Victoria, for coming. I hope everybody has a great rest of your day, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye. See
Goodbye.
you at the Discord.
See you in Discord. If you do create a neon face effect or the bling effect using this tutorial, please put hashtag Effect House Live and we'll come and check it out. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.